Hello everyone and welcome on in to the guide for Nuclear Nightmare. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to become an expert at this game. Let's jump on in and let me take you through all that you need to know. First off, in the menu, I want to show you something very important. Now in the game, when you complete objectives, rounds, even if you die and you've done a few objectives, you'll get points. You spend these points on multiple things from skins, emotes and perks. You want to save your points first of all for perks because these give you really useful skills in the game for you to master the game a little bit more, such as enemies can be seen with x-ray heat signatures with nightmare detector, rocket boosters for your snowmobile, and much more. You start off unlocking it via gas guzzler first. You have to click on gas guzzler first, and it takes you through a certain way to unlock these until you get to the S tier, which are the most expensive. But 100% unlock all these first because these will really help you out. There's some that are a bit difficult and make your game a little bit harder with the negative, because some perks come with negatives as well. But it's the role of RNG. And you can spend these perks by going, get these perks, sorry, by going to vending machines in the game. You'll see Coca-Cola kind of machines, and you use that machine and it will randomly roll a perk, and you can either accept the perk or say no to it. So read the description, read the negatives before you grab the perk. Once you've bought all the perks, you're safe to use your points for skins and emotes. There's some amazing skins here. I've been grinding really hard. I bought all my perks now, so I'm now on my way to get this legendary diver suit. I really can't wait to get this diver suit. It looks awesome, and I'm going to grab it as soon as I got 50k points. I'm going to be playing all day again. There's some really fun emotes you can get to show off with your friends. As you can see here, little dance moves and stuff, and all kinds of funny dances. So yeah, worth saving up your points just to have a little bit of fun with your friends. And that is the point spending section. Now let's jump into a game and I'll show you how to master this somewhat difficult game. It's only difficult until you know what you're doing. Let's go. Okay, welcome on in to Antarctica. Now I've set up a single player match. I'll show you how to do multiplayer and the world settings on there and what's best to tweak. But the first thing you need to do, the most important, as soon as you touch ground, press M. You'll see where you're at. I'm at base camp 2, and it tells me what I need for base camp 2. Now this is really important. Base camp 1 and base camp 2 cannot be complete until you turn on the satellite. So if you appear at any of these base camps, send someone to the satellite right away, or yourself if you're playing solo, and then you can complete base camp 1 and 2. So yeah, you can zoom in with the mouse wheel, zoom in and out, and M is to toggle the map on and off. So once you've figured out what you're doing, you want to get into buildings in most cases. You cannot open any doors until you've started the generator. So hit E on the generator. The generator will have a loud noise and a big flashing light right next to it. There's a perk you can get where you can see where a generator is as well. But let's go up the stairs. Now, if the satellite is on, the machine I use to upload the data is right there. But since satellite's not on, I can't complete this objective. This machine here, let me show you quickly, is when you want to check on the time for the nuclear bomb. That's on its way, which is 73 minutes and 15 seconds. This evacuation, you can only evacuate once you've completed 4 objectives. I can count 4 objectives. So you can only call the helicopter once you have those 4. And there's also a status report, and it's telling you how much material you've got and other details about the match. So let's go to this vending machine. So we bought perks. I'm going to hit E on this vending machine and it's going to scroll through the perks quickly. This is a D tier perk. You want S tier perks most of all because they're the best. But this has a 40% chance to tame huskies by hand. But they have a higher chance of biting you while you try to tame them. So a negative there, you take a small damage from a bite. If the dog is infected, you can get infected. But don't worry, there are cures in the game, which is this thing right here. So if you get bit by a husky that's infected, or you run into one of those little white worm things outside. They can infect you, or the enemy attacking you can infect you. There's a chance for infection, not 100%, but most cases it's best to check if you're infected or not. To check you're infected or not, there are blood test kits in some of these maps. You just look around the room to see if there's a blood test kit. There isn't any in this one, so you probably have to go to another building / base to find the blood test kit. Now the next most important thing to do is to get to any of the buildings and search them, because you'll find very useful items here. The flare gun here will tell everybody on the map where you are, including your enemy. So and it also could be used as a weapon. This is a beeper. It will beep when the enemy is nearby, so you'll be able to hear if you have targets approaching you. So this can be very useful to know when to prepare when the enemy is spawned in and come to attack you. But yeah, you want preferably weapon-wise. There's one of the bugs. That bug can infect you if you run into it. That's a blood test kit. So I'm going to get infected now. Maybe infected now. Going to let the bug take me. And I've been bit by the bug. And now I'm going to use this blood test kit. And this will tell me if I'm infected or not. I am not infected, so I do not need to put this in my hand and left click to use it, which is great. This meat here can be used to tame huskies. Or if you have the healing perk, you can eat meat to heal, but I don't have that healing perk from the vending machine. So, quite a few cool things here. The handgun is alright. You want a shotgun and a flamethrower most of all. Shotgun and the flamethrower are really powerful weapons. Definitely preferable. The dev has just fixed the aiming and iron sights on these weapons. The developers working every day, listening to feedback and put in extra stuff in the game. Now, as you notice, I'm full and I want to pick some more stuff up. So you hit R, that'll throw stuff on the ground. Grab the pill. These are pills here. This is healing. I'm going to left click. If you notice my body on the top left hand corner, that's going to show me my damage and my temperature. If the temperature hits 0, I die of frostbite. Frostbite starts happening. You can die very quickly from that. Ice will go around your screen. If that red fills all the way up to the top, I die from taking damage. So I'm going to left click now, remove that damage from the bug and the little damage I got from the blood test kit. And there we go. I'm good. Now there's a day and night cycle. This is the next important thing you need to know. When it gets dark, they mostly come out at night. Mostly. So you could either stay still and defend yourself in the building if you have good weapons, or you can keep moving. However, there's a caveat with moving at night. Obviously harder to see, but there's a worm that chases vehicles, so you have to keep moving and not stop when a worm comes along, just like the worms in Tremors or Dune. They just come after you. So I'm going to press M now. I'm on this ski. To get on the ski, you just press E and to get off. But this is very important. Before you get off of a ski, hit I. Before you get off a snowmobile, hit I, and that turns the engine off and stops using your fuel. Okay? But let me show you, before we move off, the taming of the husky. So I'm going to give this husky here some meat, and I'm going to tame it. So I'm going to left E with the meat in my hand, and now the husky is tamed. So when I press E on it again, I get it to follow me and get to look for items for me. Guard mode, so it defends me and attacks monsters. There's an achievement to get a husky to attack a monster for you if you want to get 100% of the achievements. So click guard mode to get that, and you can say sit to get the dog to sit down, and he'll stay there. I'm going to put him on follow so he comes with me. This dog could be infected. I don't know. There's no way to know until he attacks you. So be cautious. So I'm going to go to the satellite now so I can do both base camps. My temperature is pretty good. And you're asking yourself, how the hell do you know where you're going? There's a complete whiteout condition. How do I know where to go? Well, there are these poles with red lights on them. Always, unless you've learned the map perfectly, always stick to these poles with the lights on. Sometimes there's multiple directions, but there's signs you can go to see what you need. So here it says oil plant and underground silo. If you press map, you can see underground silo there, and oil plant is also here in this direction. So you can either take the two turns. That is in the complete opposite direction we want to go. We want to go south to satellite. So I'm going to change direction and follow these poles. Always follow the poles across the camp and I'm going to find my way through to the other set of lights. As long as you're within this building area here, you know that you can't get lost because there's structures and stuff like that. That pole didn't lead anywhere, so I'm going to follow it back this way, and I'm going to follow the poles back the other direction, especially in these whiteout storms where you can hardly see a thing. It's really good to follow these poles. So I'm following these poles right back this way now, the other direction, because I want to go to the satellite. And I've clicked on the satellite, so when I've opened my map, I've clicked on it and highlighted it, and it puts it in the real world on my HUD. Now I see the sign here. It says Base Camp 1, and if you bring up your map, Base Camp 1 is right on the way to satellite. So this is the correct direction out of this base. You can learn all the directions out, the map stays the same, so just keep hitting it up. The satellite can change position every now and then, but just keep hitting up these locations and learn the ways out. Now, here's another thing. Fuel. I've run out of fuel now. You can check the fuel gauge here, and now I can't drive anywhere. Unfortunately, while I was doing the tutorial for you guys, I used up the fuel driving around in the base camp. But there are petrol stations. There's one just up here, which I could have got to. And this would refuel your snowmobile. You just hit E, you just park your snowmobile up next to it and hit E here. However, when a lot of places don't have snowmobiles spawn, and you could be in a lot of trouble and have to go by foot, you can find gas canisters that you can fill with these machines too, and you can fuel vehicles with gas canisters. If you have a friend with you and they're in the pilot in the shotgun seat sat next to you in the helicopter, and they're not flying or driving, while they have the fuel canister in their hand, they can refuel your helicopter / snowmobile while sat in it or on it. So I'm going to follow these lights again. It's night time, so the enemy can come out. It can be very dangerous. There's lots of snowmobiles at the satellite, so I'm going to be okay. So just go by foot, run along here. I hear a monster. The dog's making noise and the music's starting up. So we have an enemy nearby. I'm going to tell my dog to guard me. Okay, dog's on guard mode. I'm going to keep the dog's just attack the creature for me, so I know the creature's in that direction. The dog could get infected now too. I needed that achievement, by the way, the husky achievement, so I'm going to grab that now, I hope. So yeah, I'm in trouble. There's something right behind me. If you see gaps in the map, there's a few bugs at the moment. The dev's fixing it so that you don't have these big holes that scare you, like, oh my god, I'm going to fall into the abyss. But yeah, we're nearly there. I'm live on Twitch, so please jump over there. I'm playing matches all the time. You can come play with me. I will teach you myself. Random British dude on Twitch, come play with me. And please like and subscribe and comment on this video. Okay, it looks like my dog scared the monster away while on the foot. That really helped. For now, the creature will try and come for another attack. My temperature's at 28 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm nearly frozen to death. This is very bad. So I want to do this. Either I quickly go and get warmed up and ignore doing this objective, but I'm going to risk it. I'm going to pull... The creature was here. I shot it dead. Right click to aim down the scope, left click to shoot. Okay, there's 3 levers here, so I've turned that one lever on in here. I'm going to go run across by this debris and turn the lever on here. And then, finally, I'm going to go up the stairs where that big red light is up there. I'm going to throw this 3rd switch. And that way, all 3 are done and the satellite turns on. Now I've got very quickly find a place to warm up. I'm going to suffer from frostbite. Next to this building, there are multiple sleds. For light, you hit F to turn your light on, and it's Wasteland to drive. And I'm going to highlight Base Camp 1 because that's the closest. So let's get to Base Camp 1 quickly before I freeze to death. I got 20 Fahrenheit left. There's a setting to change it to Celsius if you want to. I've got a lot of Americans watching me, so I make the glorious sacrifice to keep it as Fahrenheit. It helps me learn Fahrenheit too. Okay. Here we go. Base camp's very close now. I still have enough temperature to make it and stay warm. I'm on the move. Now that the satellite's up. Now for base camp 1, loads of skis here. You want to go by the side of this building straight down the middle here, and the generator is here at the back. Turn this on, and the building next to me is where the objective is. Always good to remember that. The generator's at these oil canisters. Now let's go and open this door. I'm now warming up because I'm inside. Nice and snug and warm. You have to press E on this keypad to unlock this door. And then I can... I can't open it because I'm infected. That told me I'm infected. It's going to left click and clear the infection from that monster. The dogs can open doors, so careful with huskies opening doors. You want to get it to guard, so it's not opening doors. And now I can use this keypad because I'm not infected and get myself in. So yeah, you take damage if you use a keypad while infected, and you'll know you're infected. This is a laser wire. Always check buildings for laser wires before you come into the door. So many people get killed by this all the time. I've lost count how many people have died to laser wires. Every doorway could have one of these, so double check. This is a shotgun, amazing weapon, and we've got a flamethrower. Let's upload to the satellite. It's my goblet. Okay, we've uploaded to satellite. That objective is done. So, as you see, there's a little bar above my weapon to show me how much ammo I've got. This is low on ammo. I'm going to drop this flare gun. I'm going to pick up this flare. So this flare distracts the enemy because the enemy goes towards heat signatures. So the enemy will more likely go to this flare location than yourself. So if you just turn it on, left click twice, it tells everyone you dropped a flare, and the creature will be drawn to that. So obviously I put myself in a lot of danger here. And if you press M, you'll see a green symbol to show that base camp 1 is done. And you want to do that for all these other places too. The drilling rig is quite difficult. You need to start up 2 drill rigs and get to a computer, and it's hard to see where to go there. So I'll have to show you how to do the drill rig because it's very, very tricky. Okay. So we've got most of the gameplay loop explained to you here. Once you call a helicopter from the evac computer, it will appear at the nearest landing pad, and you'll have a 2-minute timer. So, and also all your teammates, if you're in a multiplayer group, have to get to that evac point before you can leave. So make sure you do an evac at a more centralized location if everyone is really split up. But yeah, I'm very hurt. One more, I'm going to turn on this tripwire and to defend this door. One more attack and I'm probably dead with the amount of damage I've taken. And I'm out of cures right now, of course, too. So let's hold on out. Here's another cure. Excellent. I'm going to throw this gun because it's nearly done, and I've got a backup cure. I've got my bleeper to tell me if anything bad's coming. Now, you can hunker down. You'll probably get 3 or 4 enemies during one night. Or, I preferably like to play like this. You just keep moving. The research center, you need to be infected to get that objective done. So when I got attacked there at the satellite dish, what I normally do is I let a monster attack me the first time. If I'm down this end, I can go and complete the research center being infected and having a cure on me. So I normally do that, but with me doing the tutorial, obviously I'm talking to you guys and my infection timer was running out, so I had to cure myself quickly there. But yeah, let's go to our next point. Now, if I go up this way and across, that's 3 objectives. So I could have 4 done to finish at the shelter. But shelter doesn't have an evac, so I'd have to go back to the oil plant. Or I can go this way and get my other 4 and finish at the airport. The airport is pretty easy and a nice place to finish on. But the research center is a difficult one if you're not infected to complete that. So it's best, given this scenario, to go to base camp 2, oil plant and shelter. But I want to show you the drilling rig. The dog is a monster. Oh my god. The dog's a monster. It killed me while I was in the map because I let the dog go and attack, and game over. So this is the score screen. This is what it looks like when you fail the match. It'll say mission failed. Only got the one objective done, and I played almost 20 minutes there. 1 day elapsed. I got infected twice there at the end. Okay, now that I've given you a tutorial on what you need to do first as you hit the ground, I'm just gonna play a pure round, and you can see me in action, and I'll complete the 4 objectives and get out for you guys so you can see the flow here. I'm at the slaughterhouse, pretty decent starting spot. Again, as I said in the previous part of the tutorial, hit map even when the screen's doing this. I see them in the bottom corner here. If I get infected, definitely want to do the research center, but we can do slaughterhouse and airport. So let me run so the slaughterhouse, the Jenny's here. You want to go to the right after starting the Jenny. The door to it is always to the right. Okay? So run round to the right. That building there upstairs is where you need to take a photograph round the back as well. So let's run to the right. Open up the door because we've started the Jenny. Close it behind me to give me protection. There's a blood test kit here. I'm looking for supplies. Got to use this keypad. Okay. Supplies, sniper rifle. Not bad. They've fixed the scope on this. It's way better. This is the first time you've seen the new scope. It is day and night better. That is insanely good. I'm pretty... Sorry, that got me pretty happy. The scope has been pitch black for a long time now. There's a dog glitched on the it's a bit bright when you're looking at the light, but that's way better. Okay, so there's a laser here. A husky can walk down here and trip this wire. That husky at the door can sometimes be further up in here. So turn this off first. Now you got pigs up here. You got to take pictures of these. Pig, pig, piggy, and a piggy. There you go. That's the 4. We open the door. We don't need to go here, but we want to look for supplies and use the vending machine for a perk. Let's have a look. D tier. You can ignore a perk if you don't like it. The first vehicle you enter has a full tank. Every vehicle you enter has no fuel. So that's quite a awful perk, so I would definitely say no to that one. Most snowmobiles start off with enough gas in the tank. Hello, doggo. Do you want to go for walkies? Okay, go walkies. Who's there? Right, so as I said, we need another picture. So run straight for the stairwell out of the slaughterhouse door and up this stairwell here. And then there's the creature. Frozen creature there. Got a picture of that. I'm going to pick up another snipe. I prefer a shotgun and a flamethrower. As you see, tripwire there again. So always check doorways when you come in. Do not be the guy that keeps dying to laser wires. Because, yeah, it's not... You can wipe yourself out and other people out. And, yes, I know this occurs to you that you may be able to use that to troll. Don't be a troll, dude. Okay. Let's get up now to the airport. Again, follow the lights. The airport's over there. I'm going to follow these lights. See that? It says airport right next to the building. There's a bug. I'm going to get myself infected by this bug so I can do... The problem is it runs away from you if you... Yeah. I was worried that's going to happen. Try not to sprint next to these bugs. Walk into them if you want to get infected for the research centre. Now let's follow where it's gone. And it's gone. Okay, airport time. So again, when I stop, this is important. I'm pressing I to turn off the engine. You can leave the light on. You can leave the light on. There's a few buildings here. Got some sleds here. Useful if one of your sleds have run out of fuel. and you're looking for the Jenny. The Jenny is past the pods and down these stairs. So get to these stairs. The Jenny's right at the bottom of these steps at the airport. Turn on the Jenny, and then you want to go to the left and hit E on these drones. You just need to get close enough, maximize your time. I might do a speed run on this to see if I can get like a cool record. There's one, here's two. E. E. E, 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 E. And here is free. Let's get her done. That's all 3 drones. Now we need to upload the data. So, very simple for the airport. You run back towards the airport flag sign here that you've already got marked. It will take you to the red lights. You follow this fence back up the stairs. True story. Okay, up these stairs. And you've got to get to the building to report. It's the side building on the right. So you have the double building here. Go to the side building, the 1-story one. There's a perk machine in here. So we open it up, close the door behind us. Got to grab a perk because I'm just perk obsessed. Get given 1 extra minute before frostbite occurs. So you get extra time out in the cold, but you die from frostbite twice as fast. I just turned my head completely backwards there while animating. I look like the Exorcist. So there's some pills there. I'm going to grab them. It's nice to heal. No shotguns or take off. This tripwire is always here. Make sure you take off this tripwire. No shotguns or flamethrowers yet. My favourite weapons. I feel a lot safe with a flamethrower and a shotgun. So click on the drone, generate report. The hitbox is a little bit off. It's like slightly above. I'm going to report that to the dev. Okay. And then we are done with the airport. Now we want to go all the way to satellite, but we're going to stop at base camp 1 to warm up. It's getting night time in a second here. I'm going to ignore my initial sledge. I'm going to take a fresh one so that we can get going with it fueled up. Now the airport's really tricky to go out of. You want to go you want to go left to go to those marker points, but do not go to these lights and go the opposite direction away from the markers through the cave, and then once you're through the cave it will take you along and then you can turn down to it. So remember that for the airport, because you can spend so much time being lost trying to find a way out. Go behind the building, away from the markers, and down we go. Woohoo! Yeah, it's kind of difficult getting the research center done. There's fuel here, so you want to go to this building over here. I'm going to make sure I'm lined up straight, so I'm going to go around the long way here. If I have enough fuel to do that, of course. And I'm going to just pump myself here. There's a lot of debris in the way of this one, so it's difficult to get into the pump, so I come around the back. But check your fuel. You don't want to get yourself out of fuel as you're coming around the back. So, yeah, on we go. I'm going to follow the red lights always red lights, until you know the map like the back of your hand. There's a helicopter. I can teach you helicopter stuff. Press I to turn it off. And we're at the slaughterhouse here. But because I've seen a helicopter, I can fly to the satellite dish. Now let me teach you how to fly a helicopter. There's a tutorial to learn. Sometimes these helicopters spawn a little bit off center, nearly falling off. So you hold W for altitude. Now the mouse is very important. Don't move the mouse, keep it still, and hold W. I'll take off into the air. Now you see that line next to the red flag there? You got to keep that straight. Tilt your mouse a little bit forward until you're moving forward, and keep that line straight. Use A and D to turn, but look at the heat signature map here next to my face and make sure you keep this line absolutely straight. Okay, there's some mountains too. You can also go too high by holding W for too long. So let go of W once you've got a good height. And just like hit it every now and then. Because you can put yourself up to like 20,000 feet. There are mountains in the way here. So it's good to get a decent height though. I'd say 15,000 feet is pretty over most of them. You've got the heat map below, so I can see everything below me. Throttle's at maximum here. I'm going to lower the throttle a little bit. And there's a fuel gauge there, so on the fuel it says I got 55 fuel. So keep an eye on that. I'm going to speed up. There's a mountain coming up, so I'm just going to pick my nose up a bit. You can see the heat map there. Okay. We're out of fuel. Now I'm going to teach you something for being out of fuel. You're going to press E to get out as soon as we're about to hit the ground. Okay. And now. Okay, I got out as soon as it touched the ground. And it made sure that I didn't die. I took no damage. I watched the feet gauge there to see how close I was to the ground. Now, if I had the fuel to get all the way, I normally would like to refuel with an oil can before I fly. But this got us most of the way to our satellite dish here. There's a monster coming. Got it. The aim is off. I know where the aim is. You want to look down your scope to shoot, but I know where the bullet flies out of the gun, so I adjusted correctly. So my temperature's reasonable. Base camp is pretty close now, so we're going to stop at base camp to warm up. And there's loads of snowmobiles at the dish. There should be a chunk at the base camp one as well. So yeah, let's get to base camp one and get ourselves going. But yeah, I purposely ran out of fuel there to show you guys how to ditch a helicopter and survive. It's best just to land when you see the fuel getting low though, because that takes a while to master. You can keep practicing it by all means, but yeah, just a heads up, that's a difficult one to pull off. The sound of the alarm lets you know when to bail. When you hear the alarm 3 seconds after you're hitting the ground, so that gives you a heads up too. Right, we're at base camp 1. I've just run into the fence here by accident. Let's carry on following the lights. Yep. It's really hard to see with these conditions. Just to let you know, if you want to make it a lot easier and cheat a little bit, turn the graphics right down and everything is just very visible. The graphic settings can turn this game into a very visible situation rather than... You hear that noise? As I told you before, the base cab generator is at the back here between the tanks. I'm going to turn this on. We haven't got the satellite dish up yet. Oh, it snuck up on me. I wish they had animation cancellation. So if you stare at this thing, unfortunately I'm standing up on top of it because of my animation thing, he doesn't attack you if you don't have the sniper rifle on. So have the sniper rifle off. I'm going to try not to scroll to it. You see that? If you stare at it, it can't hurt you. I've just taken some meds. See? When I scrolled to sniper rifle, it started chasing me. So make sure you don't have that on when you've got this creature. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put the sniper rifle on quickly to kill it. There's a head crab. You want to finish that too? I think I actually hit it in the head and killed both at the same time because I'm a perfect shot. Anyway, let's get the jetty back on. That's a very important thing to learn. Everything's happening that I wanted to teach you, which is fantastic. As you can see, I'm still alive. I need to get my health up, of course, but I'm doing much better. Snipe's very powerful, but a little bit difficult to use. You can also shoot the glass door out, so you don't have to worry about this glass door. And then don't have to use that. So yeah, we've got a clear through here. I can use that computer once I've got the satellite dish up. So let's now go to satellite dish and get that running. Here we go. We're at the site. I'm going to turn my engine off. Every time. Whack that lever. Going to get my handgun on. I'm going to try it out because they said they buffed the handgun. So let's see how it feels. Pull the second one on too. I played this for 30 hours now, FYI, so it didn't take me too long to master it. I game every day of my life though, so I don't know how that comes into play. I'm really hurt. I really need some meds, but let's get going. Right, now I want to go to base camp 1 again because it's the closest. Put my light on, follow the red lights. There's a monster. I made it in and out in time. Fantastic. He's going to be chasing after me back towards base camp 1, so I can get in and out quickly again. We'll see what my luck's like. Here it is, base camp. Again, head towards the back, through the solar panels, through the tanks here, and position myself right here at the Jenny. Jenny! Use this quick. It's on the way. It's probably not far away at all. They can run pretty fast. Okay, and into this building. Close the door behind me. And then I'm going to shoot out this glass, and I'm going to use this. So I can get it done quickly. I can in and out and go. I like the keep moving method. Hunkering down's more fun, but I like to keep on moving. That's free. I've almost completed all the objectives I need. Now I just need to go to base camp 2, and we're able to call the evac copter for the minimum. Oh, there it is. It's here. I didn't quite make it in time. Let's get ready. Got it right in the head again. Right in the head. Perfect. I think I killed the head crab at the same time. What a headshot. Okay. Let's get on. And we marked the base camp 2. So base camp 2 is here on the right. Go under the rafters. Connect to the red lights. Oh, there's the head crab. It was running off. We've completed day 1. It's now daylight. We're going to have less threats. So once you're through day 1, you got 3 done. You're pretty good for a win. And let's go through here. Yeah, a lot has happened during this gameplay for me to teach you all the stuff I wanted to cover. I've got to show you each area and how to do each objective, of course. But yeah, we got most of them covered. Always follow the lights. Don't be tempted to take the shortcut. That's 700 meters away. Yeah. Oh, that's what happens when you look. I hit a little flag. Watch where you're going. You can smash your light on the snowmobile too, which is not fun. So yeah, the lights are now curving round. So there's a mountain in the way. So if I took the shortcut, I would have been straight into a mountain and lost. Always follow the lights. Even when you know the map well, it's just all white. It's like you can have photographic memory and still get lost. You know what I mean? Uckily duckily. Ignore that. That's a glitch. There's a alien saucer down here. It looks amazing. You want to check that out. It's the alien saucer from the movie The Thing as an Easter egg. And yeah, you want to drive on the right hand side of here for that reason. Because I've landed in that ditch 3 times now. Especially in whiteout conditions. Okay, my fuel should be enough to get me here. Whee! There's a fuel tank right here. Perfect. Again, I before you get off. Fuel her up. That was low. I was not going to make that. Oh, it's only 200 meters away anyway. Okay, if you're being chased by a worm, the screen shakes. That's what we haven't seen in this playthrough yet. Screen shakes. If you stop and a worm's chasing you, you're guaranteed to get munched. So refueling is very dangerous while being chased by a worm. I would lose the worm before refueling. It's not worth the risk. Okay. Whee! You can get a rocket boost on this that makes snow sled rides the most funnest thing. Oh my god. I have flown up into the stratosphere with a boost, speed boost. It's hilarious. Oakley dokley. Base camp 2. Let's turn the engine off. That dog could be infected. Now if you want, you can shoot the huskies if you want to feel more safe. Like, oh, I don't know if it's coming for me or not. And yeah, it looks like it's all good in the hood. Let's go over to the building. Now, the generator is underneath at the back here. Just hit this Jenny. Base camp 2, always around the back of the building here. Past the pods. Oh, the monster's here. I can't cancel animation. Oh! I'm okay. I survived, but I'm infected. Oh, Jesus. Right in the day as well. Oh, I need to get a cure before I can leave. Okay. Now, you can use this tripwire to kill the thing, which is great. Uploading the satellite. Quick, quick, quick. That's 4 objectives done. Now I can call for evac on this computer too. Okay, the creature just blew itself up, I think, but I'm possibly infected. So either I can leave or I can't. You can see enemies in X-ray thermal. Perfect. I think the creature just blew itself up on a laser wire outside. There's the countdown timer for the evac. But, unfortunately for me, I could be... Oh, the creature's right there. No! It got me! Even with the infrared, but the infrared looks great, doesn't it? Well, we nearly did that. That was so fun and intense. My biggest issue, of course, is being stuck in animation while using the... the Jenny, but I looked around, I didn't see a heat signature there, so I thought it was safe, and I assumed the creature was blown up by the laser, but it was still alive. But yeah, as soon as the helicopter lands, you jump in it, get the hell out of there. That was really fun. We had nightmare detector and a heated jacket, so I could stay warm for longer. And that is the basic guide on how to play this, get the 4 objectives done and get out. I was very unlucky there with a daytime monster. That was crazy. And check out for the next video where I will be taking you through every location and doing a guide on how to hit up every location one after the other properly. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please watch me over on Twitch. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.